coffee. I'm gonna wait for a few people to roll in, and happy Monday. I will be right back. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Everybody, happy Monday. Pro Pyro, good morning. Wafiz, good morning. Corey, good morning. Bernie, good morning. Stacy, good morning. I wish still in prep. Wait, what's going on? Still in prep for the renovation, so I can't grow anything at the moment. What are you renovating, Pro Pyro? Talk to us. Tell us what's going on. Why is it shaking like that? What plant? This one right here? Because there's a dehumidifier right under it, maybe? Why not others above it? So I have, what up, Ogo? What up, Death Squad? Good morning. I'm so happy to see all of you guys here today. Happy Labor Day. I don't even know what that means, but it's a long It's a long weekend. I haven't even had a sip of coffee yet. I am all out of sorts today. The flats, windows, and doors. Oh wow, are you getting all your windows and doors replaced? I hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend, a wonderful day. I've got an exciting update, but first of all, I need to explain. If you're wondering why this was moving, is because there's the little dehumidifier down here and there's the vent, and so it's probably shaking unlike any of the other ones. Well, good luck with the renovation, ProPyro. I will we'll grow some strawberry clones in your honor or something, and you can grow. Right, I got a big update today. Are you guys ready? I've got a big update. I'm feeling good today. Your girl is very happy. Oh, it's because of the fan. It could be the position of the fan. Maybe it's not positioned properly. So yeah, guys, I got a big update. Big update comes with a big smile on my face. Are you guys ready? Dun 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 dun. Dehumidifier. So for the last 3 weeks, well, since I've started this journey, I've been struggling with the humidity, but I've been aware of it recently. And so I got myself this little countertop dehumidifier, which is great, but this is 24 hours, and that's all that it collected. And so it's meant for 300 square feet. It collects, I think, 1.2 liters of water, and it's super cute, but it's working overtime to play catch up. So I ran a very long extension cord, 50 feet, and I was able to get the large unit in here. Now, this unit is meant for 3,000 square feet. For some reason, it's been taking some time to suck out all the moisture out of the air. So I finally got the humidity to an all-time low, and I'm feeling like a freaking $1 million now, because I think I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight. I don't sleep. I literally wake up every hour, not every hour, but every few hours, and I'm always checking my Pulse app because I'm tripping about my humidity, because it is so freaking high. You guys, at night, my humidity is higher than my temperature. My temperature is like 70 and my humidity is like 74. What's up, Ray? Good morning. Happy Monday. I already feel like I got to hang out with some of you this morning on Ogo's Live. You guys don't know Ogo Grown. They're in the chat. We hung out in live this morning, showing us all his cool plants out in the garden. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight, guys. I will show you. I'm gonna try to do the green screen thing again. So right before I hopped on the live, I took a snapshot of what my Pulse app is monitoring at this moment in time, and it looks like the temperature is where we want it to be, 75. The VPD should be between 1.2 and 1.6 kPa for our current growth stage. So we have things of different growth stages, but all of them are flowering. And the only ones that aren't flowering are the eggplant. But I don't know if it'll force them into flower, but we're not going to sacrifice the whole tent just to accommodate the eggplant. So this VPD should be okay for their growth stage. Typically, if they're not flowering yet, you don't want to go over 1.2 kPa, according to what I read. But yeah, I don't know. So the humidity, I've never gotten the humidity this low. It's 51.8%. So I'm very happy with that. And the lights, I haven't intensified them. We're still at 500 ppfd, but this is what is up in the grow tent now, you guys. So this is kind of what I'm going to be trying to maintain. Even if it's a little cooler than this, I would be happy. Look at that downward trend on the humidity. It's cool to see. Yes, so it's too bad I can't open my app right now, but I'll do it for tomorrow. There's an actual graph where you can see in the humidity just, the temperature got higher at a certain point. Good morning, Allie. What is, welcome. Yeah, this morning the temperature went up to like 79, almost 80, because this unit puts off, I'm pointing to it like as if you guys can see it. This unit puts off quite a bit of heat, but it's all good. We are getting back on track. I'm so excited. Sell. Good morning, Main Dad. So yeah, guys, I am very, very happy. And no, I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. I'm trying to show you guys that I'm learning. I get so many people come on here and they're like, well, your VPD is too high, or well, that's because your humidity. So I'm just trying to show you guys. But I know you're just kidding. But I will sell. And if you guys are interested in some type of environmental monitor, I don't really know what else is out there. I know that there are probably a ton of competitors, but I'll just tell you my experience with the Pulse has been wonderful. It's been such a wonderful tool, only because I wasn't monitoring anything beforehand. So anyways, big step up, you guys. That Pulse Pro is a game changer, absolutely. So I'm not trying to sell, I'm just trying to help other growers there. It doesn't have to be a specific brand, but you're going to want to get an environmental monitor growing indoors. And my experience, the Pulse has been so easy to use. You literally plug it in, and I literally just check religiously, and that's how I monitor. So it's a no-brainer if you're growing indoors. And I can't believe I went a couple of years without monitoring my environment. The fact that I got stuff to grow, I did, is mind-blowing. It's just mind-blowing. But yeah, so again, big things gonna happen this week. Things are getting back under control. I woke up feeling very prepared and motivated. So it's gonna be a busy week, you guys. So today we're gonna check on our third strawberry clone. We are going to see if we can clone any other runners. We are going to probably start to get stuff out of that yellow tower, maybe some zinnias. I'm still trying to figure out what we're going to do. Maybe we'll propagate a couple and grow them in the buckets. But tonight, I'm going to harvest everything that's left from the green tower. And tomorrow, Tuesday tower takedown. Tomorrow, if you want to see the green tower being emptied and disassembled, if you missed it with the orange one, or if you see it again, tomorrow's the day. The green tower is being disassembled. I'm gonna clean it, and on Wednesday, we're gonna aim for Wednesday to put it back together. It's gonna be a 2-day event, Tuesday and Wednesday. We're gonna get the month started off right. If I want a bountiful garden this winter, no time like now to start freaking planning. So I'm noticing my yellow tower got empty this morning, and I'm running out of water, so I'm gonna go fill it. I'm gonna take you guys with me. Ogo says, I won one a few years back for the Pulse Innovation Contest. I also love it. Truly awesome. Congrats, Ogo. How often do you check your app? Are you like me, where you're on it religiously? I even turned the auto lock off my phone, and I just leave the app on, so it's like 24-hour monitoring. Yes, I am crazy. Alright, so I'm just filling her up. I've got to ration water. Buckets. So now So now I haven't had any problems with my distiller because I use a kettle to get the water to the boil point, and then I fire up the distiller. So no problems, the distiller's working. It's still slow, so I'm still gonna get an RO. I went by my friend's house recently and they own a hydro shop, and he had a portable reverse osmosis system. It was very cool. It just hooks on or screws onto your tap, your hose, your tap, and I think it was 75 gallons per day or something like that. I don't know if it's a 5-step system. I don't know how many steps the filtration is, but seems pretty good. So yeah, I respect the grind. Thank you so much, Death. I wouldn't be able to without you guys. You guys honestly give me the motivation. Before I started doing these lives, I'd take apart the tower and it would just freaking sit there for days. So you guys hold me accountable. I was actually just talking about this with Andrew. So if for those of you that don't know Ogo Grown, who's in the chat, he goes live every morning. So go check him out. But we were just talking about it, how see what you mean now. It really holds you accountable. I'm like, it totally does. What about growing aloe vera? That is a great idea, Sandeep. We were just talking about, I think it was Stangman in the chat, suggested that we use aloe, a natural root hormone or inoculant. And so how cool would it be to grow our own aloe and then use that for our roots? All right, so hopefully we'll get some more water soon. It's like I have to just stand and sleep and live by the distiller so that as soon as it's off, I start it up again. What up, Mr. Ganks? Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Thanks for hanging out. Main Dad says, I have the ACI AI Plus controller. Oh, the AC Infinity. And work all the time. Isn't that awesome to be able to check from a distance? But it's bad though, because if I'm in a social situation, like recently I went for coffee with a friend and I made the mistake of checking my Pulse app, and then the whole time I couldn't focus. I couldn't do anything. I was tripping the F out about my humidity. So yeah. Sandeep is asking, do you know how? Are you asking if I know how to grow aloe, or do I know how to grow healthy plants? So yeah, guys, I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. We are officially September 1st today. It's so crazy to think. So it got me thinking, a year ago, yeah, last year was the first time I left my garden unattended in the middle of a grow. And that's a big question I get all the time is, can you leave your garden? And I addressed it. For those of you that didn't see it, go check it out. I posted a video yesterday, top 10 questions I get at aloe vera is kind of fickle for aeroponics. Actually, I've heard the opposite. I've heard that it thrives in aeroponics. Ogo, we should do a grow off. You do an aloe plant, I do an aloe plant over the winter, and we should have some fun with that, and we could talk about it on our lives. Sandeep, how to grow avocado. Yes, I had a seedling started, or a pit that I was trying to root, but that shit takes 5 years, so better start. Actually, Ogo, you guys should start one now for sure. But how are you gonna do it in the winter then? What are you gonna do? You bring the Gorillaponics inside? So yeah, the question I get all the time is, can you leave? What if you have to leave for an extended period of time? And I left for 6 days about a year ago. Yeah, last September 2024. My friend got married in Mexico, so I went to her wedding. I tripped the F out in the middle of a grow, and I filled the res up. I filled it with like 30 liters of water, and it just reached bottom the day I got home. And I ended up getting stuck there for an additional day, so it was almost 7 days that I left the garden. Now, granted, the towers weren't operating. If it were the towers, I'd probably need a large reservoir or to hook it up to a main line or something that would continue to fill the reservoir as it depletes, to replenish. But yeah, I was able to leave for almost 7 days. So we'll call it 6.5 days, or just 6 days. I was able to leave for 6 days. Everything was automated. The lights were automated. The environment was automated. The watering was automated. And it was okay. But when I got back, my garden was in rough shape. And maybe I didn't realize at that point, but I could have potentially already had powdery mildew and other things. What I'm learning now is maybe it's because I'm not sure if it's because I'm still learning or if it's just the nature of indoor growing. So you guys know if you have the same experience. I find that I'm constantly tweaking. I'm constantly fighting other variables and I'm constantly tweaking. So whether it's, you know, moving a fan every day, or spraying my seedlings, or repositioning a plant, or pruning off some leaves. Do you guys feel that way? Or is it just because I'm still learning and I don't know what I'm doing, so I just need to tweak until I got it down pat? Because that's the thing I find with gardening is, do you ever really have things under control? Because the second you do, things can change on a dime. So what do you guys think? For those of you that grow indoors, do you have that experience? I'm curious if you're constantly tweaking things in your indoor garden, or if you feel like you've got everything under control and you just follow the same recipe and you don't have to think too much. Ganix says, I'm growing aloe now. I've grown a few avocado plants. Very cool. Ganix, what do you do in the winter with the avocado plant? Hey, don't be tweaking. I'm definitely tweaking. Part of it is indoors versus outdoors. Part of it is because being aero versus soil. Definitely depends. Yeah, I don't know if we're about aloe or avocado anymore. Yes, you have to suspend avocado seeds in water. So I've done it with toothpicks, where you use the toothpicks to just suspend the pit and then the roots grow down. Can you imagine having it in your house till it grows to a certain point and then you can't move it out because it's just too big? So I'm assuming you guys have your avocado plants indoors then, right? Alright, so I'll take you through a little bit of a tent tour. I've got some fun updates today. Again, you know, we don't have as many plants as we did 2 weeks ago. However, plants that we do have, we're putting all our attention into. We're going to get them in the best shape possible. We're going to get the best yields possible. And we're going to get this garden rocking and rolling for the winter. That's the plan. I've never had a nice winter run, especially when it's like storming outside and everyone's bummed out because summer's over, and you know, I'm gonna have an abundance. So really, really excited. I've been there. I have to break out a jigsaw to get it out of your house. Oh my, sounds complicated. So I transferred that seed from this method to another. Interesting. What's up, Les? Happy Labor Day to you too. Yeah, I don't know what Labor Day is, to be honest. Something about, I don't know, like the working class or something. I don't know. Anyways, isn't it something about us all working and then, I don't know. I don't know, called Labor Day. Shouldn't it be called like free from Labor Day? Because if you're not working, doing labor, you know what I mean? With pumpkins or vine plants, I always seem to get powdery mildew outside come fall. 100%. Same with my flower garden. I guess maybe the heat from the sun doesn't dry up the moisture on the leaves and then it just turns into a mildew or eventually develops into a mildew. Yeah, Laborless Day sounds more, it just makes more sense, right? Anyways, all right, Yellow Tower is slightly wilted. Really, it's just the mustard leaf that's wilted right now. Main Dad says my daughter's pumpkins just got it. So that is why I'm being so mindful about what varieties I'm growing. Things like cucumber, squash, all that kind of stuff, they're all susceptible to powdery mildew. Watermelon, pumpkins, zucchini, all the same stuff. So anyways, back to the tower. I've never seen so much parsley. It's just filling out so much. So we're gonna keep these parsley plants. They're not bolting at all, and they're producing abundantly. We got a lot of new growths, and they're doing extremely well. They are curly leaf and forest green parsley, but they the same kind of variety. There's one that's a little lighter in color than the other, but that's a lot of parsley, and I'm gonna be having some parsley based salad soon for sure. Got some around the corner here. Our celosia. So my ones outside are not growing anywhere as well compared to this one. We're gonna probably move this over to the buckets because these are so beautiful. I don't want to get rid of it. You're gonna see when it grows to its full potential or its full size. They are very, very cool flowers. They're called celosia, and they look like a feather or something, but freaking cool. Real cool. And then we've got our basil. This sage plant is huge. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Probably gonna dry it and use it as a seasoning, or Thanksgiving's around the corner, make some stuffing, my fave. But yeah, I've got these zinnias. They're so ugly, for lack of a better way to describe them. They're not on the right nutrients, and I don't know if they're singles or if they're singles because they're not on the right nutrients. And what I mean by that is the petal. Normally the layers are stacked and there's multiple layers of petals almost forming like a cupcake shape, but these right here, they look like, so I think it's the nutrients because they're not even the right color. Very odd. The green tower, I don't even want to show you the green tower. It just looks like a disaster right now. Oh my gosh, it's out of water too. Shoot, got to get water in there. And yeah, so let's move on to the buckets. But yeah, the green tower looks brutal. Everything's bolted. So again, for those of you that just joined, tomorrow this tower's getting taken down. I'm gonna harvest everything from it. I'm gonna have a nice salad tonight, and I'm gonna have to be prepared now for a few weeks of no lettuce. So that's gonna suck. It's gonna be tough, but we're gonna replace that with peppers and tomatoes because we're gonna have a lot of tomatoes coming up. These are my tomato plants. They're doing so well. Yesterday after I got off the live, I was so hungry, but I'm just, you know, trying to be healthy. And so I just came down, picked a bunch of tomatoes, and just had that as my snack, and it was freaking awesome. And then last night, I had a piece of baguette toasted with jalapeno Havarti, and then I sliced my cherry tomatoes, put them on top, and toasted it all together in the oven. Melted cheese, warm, sweet, fresh tomatoes from the garden on a crispy, fresh, toasted baguette. See ya, Pro Pyro. Wonderful day. Thank you for being here. But yeah, it was awesome. So I can't wait because I've got so many freaking tomatoes growing. Even though these are little, we've got a lot on the way. I'm going to take you around the other side and show you everything. But there's quite a few that are going to be soon. Got some down there. I'll take you around and show you guys the other side. So tons of flowers and tons of new tomatoes. So it's been officially 2 weeks since we discovered the downy mildew. and nothing else on anything else. So I think we're out of the woods, you guys. Good morning, Wickershire. Welcome. So yeah, tomatoes are doing great, you guys, and think we're doing better. Les says, I'm waiting for cooler temps. My stuff is still mostly green. Don't hope for those too quickly, because you're going to be hoping for warmer temps as soon as they get cool. Wickershire says, search for a hot mess to make me feel better. Well, you found her. Hot mess is a great way to describe me, because I am a mess. All right, so those are the tomatoes. We're going to have to do some pruning. Maybe we'll do that a little bit today since tomorrow's tower day. But as you can see, they're just taken over. The peppers are doing good. They're bouncing back. We had some troubles, but things are getting back on track after the last few weeks that we've had with all of our challenges. So things are looking great. We've got a lot of new peppers. We pinched off a lot of pepper flowers yesterday just to ensure that the ones that are growing are going to be nice and large. My first ripened habanero, which is very stunted, but we'll see how that goes. We harvested all the jalapenos last week, so none growing yet. There's some new flowers maybe. Poblano peppers, we've got some new ones growing slowly but surely. And just some new flowers over here. And the Chinese 5-color pepper plant, it's just in full 5-color mode. They look awesome. Awesome. And we've got our second Chinese 5-color. So they start off like this purple, and then as they ripen, they just kind of explode into a series of beautiful colors. Look at that. So this coming week, we're going to be making some hot sauce. I got to find a good recipe. So if you guys know of one, let me know. But yeah, they look incredible. And then moving on down the line, the watermelon is still alive, still growing slowly but surely. But there she is. So I don't know. We're gonna have to give it more time, I guess. We even have new flowers on the watermelon plant. And our dahlia plant is doing so much better than the ones I have outdoors. So this is just one whole plant. She's extremely healthy. She's doing extremely well. And so many new buds. Look at that. Look at that. So these are all going to flower this coming week. It's going to be a very exciting time. And so, you know, funny enough is like, if my garden is like thriving and I've got a ton of variety and exciting things to look at, then I feel good. But when I start to like empty the towers and things start to, you know, slow down in the garden, I start to get a little bit upset or depressed, because I feel like I'm losing the abundance, you know? So I try to balance things out. So since it's going to be tower cleaning week and we're going to be really reducing what's in the towers and just kind of getting rid of a lot of stuff, I need something exciting to balance it, right? So now that I know those flowers are going to bloom this week, I'm going to be excited, and it'll make me feel better about saying bye-bye to the tower. You know what I mean? It's all about balance. Strawberry plant, we still have our clones in the root ball, so we're going to check on those. I do have to pick. Some berries got like too ripe and I missed them, and some of them are ripe and ready to go. So I'm gonna have to try them and see how they are now. Are they better? A lot of them haven't been getting pollinated, so they're an odd shape. But with so many berries growing, it's kind of crazy. It just kind of took off. And look at this one here. They're also getting larger in size now. So maybe the plant just needed cooler environment, maybe a different pH. And yeah, I'm excited to get those in the tower. Our clones are coming along. So there's one clone. 2 clone and 3 clone and 4 clone. There's one back here. So I am going to have to get more clones because we're gonna fill the yellow. As for the second bucket system, I'm really excited to show you guys. Things are doing really well. Have you tried growing cherry bomb? Crayola Sella? No. Are those the same thing, or is Crayola Sella different than cherry bomb? All right, let me show you guys the second bucket system. It looks so good. Look at these pepper plants. They are doing better. This is the best I've ever done with pepper plants. So this is a very exciting time for me. Never done so well. We already got flowers. So we're at the 8-week mark, and we've already got our first pepper growing right in there. Wickershire, I don't know the optimal temperature for snap and edible pods, but that's a great question because I would love to grow some in here. But yeah, guys, we've got, what is that? You guys see that? I picked it off. There's like, I don't know, a little part of the flower's brown. Maybe that's like a pH thing. I don't know. But yes, the peppers look, honestly, they look beautiful. Thank you so much, Death. I know, this morning when I walked in here, I was like, woo! They look awesome. Oh, we have another pepper growing in there. So that's fast, guys. 8 weeks, and you could have your first peppers growing. I'm really impressed and excited. Got some nice roots. And yeah, they just look beautiful. They look beautiful. Yay! And oh my gosh, you guys, all my systems are low on water. So here is the eggplant plant. Every day I show you guys it grows. Look at that. Look at that leaf. That's like a banana leaf plant or something. Like, what the heck? Those are huge leaves. No flowers yet, but I have a feeling they're coming soon. These leaves are just giant and beautiful, and my eggplants are thriving. Even this little guy is growing now. So everything's coming along. Everything's getting better. I'm going to take you around to the other side and show you how well my tomatoes are doing. And now that we're really dialed in with the big dehumidifier, things are going to be so much better. Can we just toss? Oh, Reef Commander says eggplants can get massive. Yes, I've grown eggplant plants in here before. I've never managed to get food, but the plants get massive, which is why I put them in their own bucket this time. And I'm kind of glad in a roundabout way that I had to get rid of half the plant in these buckets because the eggplants will steal the show. Wickershire says our peppers took 5 months to take off. Weather cooled and now we are getting peppers. They didn't do anything in 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. I thought peppers like the heat. Maybe it depends on their growth stage. Okay, this tomato plant is probably the most successful tomato plant I've ever grown. Could we just talk about how many tomatoes are in this one little area? Look at this shit. We got 4 right there. We got a huge cluster right here. We got another one right here. We got another one right here. We got another one coming right here. Another one coming right there. Another one over here. Like, this is insane. Good morning, Canadian Out of Strain. Happy Monday to you. Happy Labor Day. Happy long weekend. So yeah, this plant is doing exceptionally well. She is a clone of these tomato plants, and I cannot wait to pick that right there. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous, gorgeous. And then her sister, she's also fruiting. Just not as quickly as the other one, but she's fruiting and she is doing exceptionally well as well. So things are really just, you know, it's like the garden knew I was having a rough time, and it's just giving back now. So, you know, life is, when everything is good in the garden, life is good. Doesn't matter what the heck is going on the outside world. Makes me feel good, you know. I feel proud and excited. So that's awesome. Yes, the tomatoes are growing like grapes. We are going to make tomato wine. I'm just kidding. Yeah, some of you asked to do a tomato recipe live, so I'm gonna do that. We're gonna wait till we have a little bit more tomatoes, and we're gonna do a live centered around what can you do with your tomatoes in your garden that you've got to like harvest the rest of them. So that's probably going to be early next week. We'll do something like that when I have a handful of ripe tomatoes. I'll choose like 3 different things and we'll make them together. I had to steal some tomatoes from the garden last night for the dog. Went out at midnight and he got skunked. Oh no! I'm so sorry. That sucks. What do you do to... Oh, I get it. Oh my gosh. That sucks. So you have to, what, mash up the tomatoes and bathe him in it just to get rid of the smell? Less the tomato. That sounds... I've never heard Murasaki or mocha swirl. Wow. We are all sweet peppers. Oh no. Poor puppy dog. What kind of dog do you have, Reef Commander? Wait, somebody in the chat, and I forgot to respond to it, and I think it was Bernie. Bernie, is it you that's a Cavapoo? Make some micheladas. Is that like enchiladas? I love Cavapoos. They're so freaking cute. Mine's a Cavalier, and she's red, and her name's Scarlet. German Shepherd. Oh, those are beautiful dogs. My neighbors have a German Shepherd, and his name is Harley, and my dog Scarlet, but I call Scarly, so it's like Scarly and Harley. And they have like this forbidden love story. Whenever we leave them in the backyard, the dog next door is like he's barking back, and they just go nuts at each other. But German Shepherds are beautiful dogs. It's always funny when there's one dog in the neighborhood that provokes the others, and then they all start, and then they all get in trouble. Lesia peppers are a sweet pepper. They're starting to thrive more. Oh wow. Okay, so I'm looking for more sweet varieties for sure. So many spicy ones growing. Mine's Axel. He's a teddy bear lap dog. Love that. My Cavapoo is white and black. Didn't realize how crazy poodles are. Poodles are nuts. My aunt had a poodle and he was insane. They have like a lot of energy and they're very high energy. But Cavaliers are more, well, I guess it depends what age they are. Mine's a senior dog, so she's more calm. But tomato versus skunk spray myth. It doesn't neutralize the thiols chemical at all. Chemistry. Something I am not good at. His name is Igor because he is our evil assistant. That's so cute. I love that. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. What's up, Hasholio? Good morning. Well, good afternoon, but it feels like morning. What did I say we were gonna do today? I already forgot. Have I heard of Jimmy Nardello peppers? Les, I haven't heard of most of the shit you tell me about. Les is compiling a list of seeds for me. He's gonna send me some stuff, and it's all like jargon to me because I've never heard of these varieties. They're so unique and yeah, very, very interesting. My German Shepherd got humped by a poodle last week at the dog park. Well, that is, I guess, you know, dogs gotta get some too. What's up, Xylens? Good morning. All right, so starting to feel like really dry in here. I gotta be careful. I don't want to dry out the whole tent. All right, so let's look at the strawberries. So what's happening with the strawberries is, as I've been following along, I did a strawberry taste test, and Micheladas are red beers, your favorite light beer, and tomato juice, and some hot sauce. Oh, so it's like a Caesar with a beer, pretty much. Yeah, see, I like Caesars, and I like beer, but beer mixed with a Caesar. I also don't really drink alcohol, so you need a mix with a solution. A quart of 3% hydrogen peroxide, quarter cup of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of liquid dish to neutralize the scent. That is actually great to know. I mean, knock on plastic, my dog's never been skunked, but and sometimes when I go on my walks, I'm scared that I'm gonna get skunked because I see them out and about early in the morning, and if they feel threatened, you are. All right, so what's been happening with the strawberry plant is it's growing faster than I've been able to like monitor or pay attention to it. I've had too many other things to juggle and to focus on, that the strawberry plant has gotten not neglected, but there are strawberries growing, and it's not like I'm letting them go to waste. They're not really, like, you can eat them, but they're not good yet, right? We're trying to perfect the environment. Strawberries are very specific, and we're preparing to move them to their own environment, but until we do, they are in an environment that is not 100% accommodating their requirements. So these strawberries are growing and they're ripening, but before they fully ripen, they're already mushy. That's of too high water temperatures, too high temperature, too high RH, which is relative humidity. Also overwatering, they like too much nutrients they don't like. They require a different pH than they're currently getting. So there's a bunch of factors playing into this. Now, they're also ripening at a faster rate than I think they normally would. And they're just growing so abundantly that I forget to look and pick them before they start getting to the point where they're no good anymore. So we got to cut those off. And again, there's a few of them that I'm actually going to try and see if they're any better now. So I think that's what we're going to focus on today. Just let's assess the strawberry plant. Where are we at with its needs? Are the strawberries up to par yet? Do they taste good? The texture, you know, they're starting to feel less mushy to the touch. And so I want to see if taste-wise they're like that. When I did these tests, the inside of my strawberry was, even though the strawberry was mushy, the inside was predominantly white, and that shouldn't be the case with strawberries. It should be dark red, not dark, but it should be red. And so that's something else we're gonna look for. So we're gonna head over to the plant. I'm gonna turn the lights down a little lower, and we are going to pick the ones off that are about to decompose, and we're gonna pick ones. We're just gonna make 2 piles, and maybe I'll do a taste test on camera. We'll see. Hang on. Like, texture is a big thing for me, and sometimes I get grossed out if things are mushy. The Wickershire, even that isn't bulletproof. Skunk spray is nasty. Neutralize acids, break up the proteins, and a suffocant to loosen and disengage the skunk glue. Wow, I guess there is a science to it. Blow dry animal and dust with baby powder. Wow. I mean, that seems like a lot of work, but sounds worth it. All right, we're gonna go to the strawberry plant. let's harvest some strawberry. Yes, right? It's gonna be our first strawberry harvest. All right, let's do this, shall we? Yeah, everybody drop a strawberry emoji. We're right where we started yesterday. All right, guys, so I should probably bring like a piece of paper towel or something just to put, yeah, strawberries. All right. So, are you guys ready? We're gonna try harvesting our first strawberries, but I want to show you what I mean. Look at this. I screwed up, like, you know, this is already too far gone. So we got to pick those. We clean this plant up. You know, you don't want to leave that kind of stuff on so that it actually, you know, you don't want it to decompose on the plant. It's almost already there. You know what I'm saying? All right, so get that off. I'm going to make 2 piles. So this is a no-no pile. There's some that are kind of questionable. This one, see, I haven't been pollinating. Where's the Commander? That's hilarious. Oh my god, that's so, you guys are so funny. So if they haven't been pollinated, you'll notice they get weird, like they don't turn red, and they get kind of like deformed. But yeah, like, if I can get a strawberry like this, but bigger, I like them when they're really dark red and sweet, ample sweetness. Anybody ever go strawberry picking? Or like even as a kid? I remember I used to go berry picking as a kid, and I remember like I used to go, but I don't have any memory of actually picking the berries. Don't be a fool. Hit the like button and remain cool. You guys are so funny. Close enough, Reef Commander. Reef Commander. I love the, it looks like the Swiss flag. Yeah, sharing is caring. Thanks for doing that, Xylens. Wild strawberry grow everywhere here. That's what this is like. It's like, I feel like it's, whoops. I feel like I'm growing some wild strawberries or something. Anyways, let's keep going, shall we? What else we got here? So I gotta start pollinating this plant again, because I think once we start pollinating, the result of the fruit will be much larger. But look at this one. I can't wait. This is the one I'm going to try right here. She looks beautiful. And she's not super mushy. Oh my gosh. I mean, she's not fully ripe and she's not perfect, but look at the size difference. Dun 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 dun. Strawberry. I'm so excited. Can you tell? I get river when I get excited and I see something exciting in the garden. I'm the same way. That was so long ago, don't remember. Yeah, well, I'm taking you guys right now. Strawberry picking. Yeah, it's so weird. That's something I didn't remember. Like, I don't remember is berry picking. Because my grandma used to take me, or my grandparents used to take me, but my grandma would make jam with it. She'd pick all them, and I guess, no, I never got to enjoy the berries, only in a jam after the fact. This one just looks so cute and plump. So it's mushy, but it's not as mushy as the other one. So maybe, honestly, I haven't had strawberries in so long from the store that, like, is that how they're supposed to be when you pick them? Are they supposed to be like a little soft? Because I guess you don't want them like rock hard, right? Look at this one right here. This one is already starting to like, I should have picked it earlier. All right, so I think because I'm starting to get a good product, I actually need to stay on top of harvesting now, because the strawberries are not, they're not bad at all. Look at this one right here. This is me being a little kid right now, just so freaking excited about my strawberries, you guys. This one, look at that one. This one's still a little soft, but we're gonna test them out and we're gonna see where we're at, you guys. I survived after tasting one, so I think I'll be fine. All right, we got a bun down here. I guess I didn't realize how many strawberries I have. This one looks perfect. Can we just talk about this one? She looks so good. They're getting bigger and bigger. The dehumidifier. Hang on one second. Let's go look at why. There's like an alarm that just went off on it. That means the reservoir is already full. Holy, is this for real? Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, this has been running since like 8 o'clock this morning and the reservoir is already full. Isn't that insane? That's how high the humidity was. Grow tent, holy fuck. Most berries picked get temperamental, lose water soon after. Oh, I didn't know that. Raspberries are super offenders, go full tilt and more. Yeah, I know. That's why raspberries are tough. Yes, I can reuse the water. So I check the ppm, right? And make sure, like, what if there's still mold spores in the air? I know this sounds ridiculous, but I'm scared to reuse the water from the dehumidifier. Pull it, drain and stay safe. All right, so yeah, some of these are too far gone, but the plant is so bushy that like, yeah, like I'm so scared that there's mold spores or something in the air still that's gonna like, I don't know, get into the water reservoir, and I don't know, I'm just nervous. It's the same as RO water, but it doesn't have all the filtrations, right? Like RO, you can choose how many steps based on like how many filtration processes it goes through, or how many different kinds of filters. But I think a dehumidifier, I even have HEPA filter online and UV. Oh wow, fancy. This air purifier right next to me, I keep this in the grow tent. It's also on UV mode and it's a HEPA filter. It's supposed to be good. It's supposed to be really good for powdery mildew and other stuff like that. All right, so these ones are like overripe. Honestly, if I check the ppm, maybe I add in a little bit of hydrogen peroxide. You guys are right. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to reuse the water. What up, Ogo? Come back. We're just harvesting our first strawberries. Got one over here. She's so cute. Oh, this one is pretty, and she's like vibrant too. Mold spores are everywhere. Dehumidifier water is nasty. Mold of many kinds eventually grown in them. These systems need to be serviced monthly and washed at 100%. New machine you can get away with for a few weeks. Yeah, exactly. So that's why, I don't know why I have this like thing in my mind that everything's contaminated and I can't use anything. So I'm just, I just want to be extra careful. So I'm going to just flip you guys around. So these are the good berries that I got. My little strawberry hoe. And these are the ones that are still, you know, questionable. Like I let them go too long because they still weren't great quality. So those ones are probably going to just be composted. But these, I could even feed these to Scarlett. She would love them. So should I take one, you guys? I'm gonna pick one and I'm gonna bite into it and I'm gonna taste it. Yeah, the thing, if I had a way of like testing the water to know, I mean, if there are mold spores in the water, would it be 0 ppm? Lim says, I've never had wild strawberries. I don't know if I have either. And you know, these were supposed to be Albion strawberries. Albion is apparently that's the best variety for aeroponics, but because I bought them on Etsy, the description online was different than the description on the packaging once I got it, and it was all I had anyways, so I was like, whatever, I'm gonna start the seeds. But I don't know if this is the variety. I don't know if they're considered wild strawberries or if I've just screwed up in some way and they're not growing as large as they should, because they definitely look like a wild strawberry for sure, and they're growing like a wild strawberry. All right, so we're gonna taste it. I've got a few of them. I'm just gonna try one for now. Just to recap, the problem I've been having with them is that they are soft and mushy. And the first one that I had was like, I could literally squish it between my fingers and it would just stay squished. And then I looked at the temperature and the humidity and the water temperature and the pH, and I've been trying to perfect the environment to get a better product. And so this is a better product already without tasting it than a few weeks ago when I had tasted the first one. However, when I bit into the first one, it was like white inside, and so I don't know if these are going to be red inside now, if we're on the track. So let's taste it. I'm going to give it a taste test, and we're going to see if we're on the right track, if I'm doing better. Okay. It's better, but it's like hollow inside. Isn't that weird? Why is it hollow inside? Very interesting. It's like an unripe strawberry, but the outside's ripe. Are these even strawberries? Did I even get the right seeds? What the heck are these? Isn't that odd? Is it the nutrients maybe? Well, I mean, I can bite into one just to see. Same thing. It's like underdeveloped. Rapid growth caused by my rapid growth or too much water fertilizer. Okay. See, these are still the water and nutrients. That's why I want to designate the tower to just strawberries so that it can have its own environment, its own nutrients, its own pH, because obviously sharing the butts with other stuff is not making for a great product. So the plant is thriving, and it's still, like, the strawberry doesn't taste bad. It just tastes like, you know, when you get to the white part of a strawberry at the end, right before the leaves, it tastes like that. But the texture, it's still soft, but it's not as soft as the initial one I tasted. So I think we're on the right track in terms of like temperature and humidity. But, well, hang on. Humidity I just fixed now. So it'll be interesting to see before I move them to the tap if the lower humidity over the course of several days will improve the product. That's too bad. I was really excited to have some strawberries that are ready, but you know what? So we're doing something right so far. Now it's just about like filling up and perfecting the flavor. But I mean, I'll just give you guys another look. Maybe she just needs to get more mature, or it just wants to be a pepper. Exactly. But yeah, it's definitely, I don't know, I find that so odd. It's like totally just hollow inside. And it's not even developed to a red yet. The plant looks good. However, there is something going on here, right? Some of the new leaves that are unfurling, that could be either overwatering when they look like a deflated balloon like that. It could also be the pH. I don't know. I think the pH is too high. I think it's got to be like 5.5 if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. I don't know the optimal pH for aeroponic strawberries. That's what I mean by like research. Sometimes I just go for it, and now the plant's already growing, and probably things I should have taken into consideration before just, you know, getting it in the buckets, but that's okay. Like I said, we're cloning them, right? We've got all our clones here, and in the next few weeks that yellow tower is just going to be filled with only strawberries, nothing else. Plant requires its own environment, but she is healthy. We've got beautiful, abundant flowers happening. You know, we have a lot of strawberries growing. It's just the product is not ideal. I also, you know, I should be hand pollinating. I took a break because I was just focusing on, you know, the overall environment, the bigger picture. So it could be a pollination issue too, right? They are misshapen because of that. So not enough positivity. That's the problem. What? Now that you mention it, you're probably right. There's been a lot of crying and cursing over the last few weeks in the grow tent. So maybe I gotta just shape up, ship out, because otherwise all my plants are gonna die on me. That's funny. You guys are hilarious. All right, we're gonna step it up for these girls. We're gonna give them some positivity, some love, and we'll do that by giving them their own environment where they'll thrive. It's like they want to thrive, they just can't because they want to move out. So we got to help them move out. But yeah, I mean, I'm curious what it look like on the inside. See, this one is hard. So maybe things are getting better. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, some of them look crazy because they're not fully developed because I haven't been pollinating. Look how, that doesn't even look like a strawberry. I don't know what the heck that looks like, but it's freaking cool, man. Strawberries are suggested, yeah, 5 points, that's what I thought. So my pH is at 6 right now, so the pH shouldn't be the issue. Maybe it's just the nutrient levels. Maybe they like different nutrients. So that's something I'll have to look up. But yeah, I thought for strawberries, it's more toward the pH of like 5.5, like on the lower end. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens, you guys. But we are working towards it. So, you know, for those of you that have been getting to know me and I've been telling you guys about myself, I used to be the person that would just like, well, whatever, they better keep up and get better because I'm not gonna, you know, I wouldn't make the effort to improve things. I would just leave things the way they are if it's not working right off the bat. So, you know, putting care and thought into things and trying to tweak things and fix things and really stay dedicated and persevere. I've been doing it now for a couple of years, but it's definitely new to me. You know, even in my first grow, when things weren't working out, I'd get overwhelmed and I'd just take off. And I guess I'd let my plants down, and then eventually they'd get a disease because I neglected. So, you know, caring for this plant and wanting for it and doing the work to achieve that is like new to me. I'm like, who is she? Anyways. All right, so I'm just gonna pick these as well. This one is on the softer side too. I'll just flies around and show you. Oh, I see what I mean. This plant is like so bushy that I thought I got everything. And it's this whole section right here. That's too bad, you guys. Because can you imagine if these were big and juicy? That would have been a good haul. That would have been like legit for my first strawberry harvest. So, I mean, it's a little disappointing, but again, I have to look at it in a positive way, that it's an opportunity to learn something new and get a new challenge, you know? I definitely enjoy, as overwhelmed as I get, I enjoy the challenge because things like that you sharp, you know? If you don't have challenges in life, then boring. I get bored, you know? So even though I get overwhelmed, I also get bored if I don't have enough of a challenge. All right, so as for the clone, I mean, we're gonna leave it for now. We still need a few days for it to root some more. And then I'm just considering, I think to get rid of the zinnia plants right now from the yellow tower. I think I'm ready to say goodbye, only because, again, I'm running low on water. If I think I'm going to get rid of them anyways, I think the time to do it is now, because we are going to be, essentially, we're going to be cleaning the green tower tomorrow, on Wednesday back together, literally setting it up on Wednesday, getting the parsley from the yellow tower to the green tower, and then we're going to fill the rest of the green tower with lettuce, and then get the yellow tower cleaned and prepared so that when we have the strawberries ready, we're just going to pop them in and fill the tower with strawberries. So I have some different flower varieties you might like. Cool. I mean, I love flowers. What's up, Dora? Thanks for being here. You were successful to germinate the strawberry seeds. Yes, I was, but only one. And that plant is so special to me because I've been working on her for a while. We've been through it. Fill them up with chocolate and be proud. That sounds like a great idea. I should also add like a chocolate fountain in the grow tent so that as I pick my strawberries, I could just walk by the chocolate fountain and like just swipe my strawberry underneath and have chocolate strawberries on the fly. How fucking cool would that be? I'm gonna get one of those portable chocolate fountains and just have it running on my live. And once the tower is full and ready, I'm just gonna do it up. We're gonna have chocolate covered strawberries. Looking at an EC and ppm chart of many aeroponic fruits and veggies, this is no one does all. I know. You have to make lists and group them. Yeah, but that's what I want to try to figure out a way to do it all. You guys will learn this about me as we go through the journey, and maybe I'll evolve, which is my hope, because I don't want to be this way, but I am stubborn AF. So as open-minded as I may appear, and I always try people's suggestions because I'm open to learning, I can be stubborn. There are certain things that I feel like I just know, and or that I just want to do, even though I know that it might not work, I still have to try it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to achieve growing a bunch of different stuff, in the same environment, and we're gonna see what happens. I'm already on the right track, like peppers, tomatoes, all the same thing. So I was able to do peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers, and clearly watermelon and zinnia flowers. No, I am a Capricorn. Yes, I'm a Capricorn. My day is on Christmas Eve. Yes, bad. It's not good to be stuck, I know. But you gotta embrace thine self. And that's me. But yeah, guys, I'm a Christmas baby. Alright, so should I do this now? Let's do it now. A Gemini. You guys, I don't know anything about astrology, and it's, you know what's funny is like I find myself asking people, oh, are you this? Or, oh, are you that? And they're like, yeah, are you into astrology? I'm like, no, I know nothing about it. I just know enough to know certain signs are from certain months, but has to do with stars, right? I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm a Capricorn. I think that's like, you know, my sister is too. She's a Christmas baby or she's a Capricorn or both. Well, because obviously if she's a Christmas baby, she's a Capricorn. My brother's a Gemini. Christmas baby, nice. I'm Christmas Eve, but may as well be Christmas. Everything's pretty much closed. Everybody forgets about me because it's Christmas, and you know. But you know, birthdays are overrated anyways. Celebrate every freaking day. All right, I'm gonna go get something to put the waste in, and we're gonna get rid of these plants. Hang tight. Yes, summer birthday is the best, you guys. I would love a summer birthday. You know what though? Like I said, birthdays are overrated. I stopped really celebrating birthdays a few years ago. It just gets to a point where it's like, who cares, you know? I feel like the day you were born is like the real day, and that's it. Like there's only one day, you know? You're only born one day. But people love birthdays, so. Oh my gosh, you know what's so funny? I don't know if Ogo's still here, but Anthony from Quality Horticulture, gave me a goodie box the other day full of stuff, and I guess he reused the box that he got in the mail from Ogo, because I've got Ogo tape on this box. LOL. Whoa, marigolds are a come at me kind of plant. LOL. Yes, so I see so many people growing marigolds and arrow that for me, I'm like, let me do zinnias. It's like something a little different. And now we're doing dahlias, and I know a few people that are really into growing dahlias, and they're looking forward to seeing the progress of the aeroponic dahlia, because it's really cool. I mean, I'm sure it's been done before, but if it hasn't, it's pretty cool. All right, so some people might be like, why is she getting rid of that plant? Whatever. We got to make room. We got to conserve water, and it wasn't serving us. It's just an experiment. Grow in the tower. The plant gets large in the tower, but we're not going to leave it in the tower. We're not going to move it anywhere else because there's just too much algae growth that I don't want to, contaminate any other system. But here it is. So all of this right here, we're going to chop her down, and I'm going to show you just how large this one plant got within the 2-inch net pot. So this grow tower can grow quite the large plant, and the plants are adaptable. They will figure out a way to support themselves or grow in a certain way if they're not getting trellis support. But we're going to cut her down, and I'm going to show you guys just how big the plant is. Yes, they're 2 feet light bars, and look at the wattage. I actually might have the brochure right outside the tent. I'll check in a minute. Right, so chopped her down, and this is the, so zinnia plant, there she is. So these celosia plants, I'm going to cut one down as well. But I'm only going to keep the one that's flowering. But yeah, this one right here, I'll show you. The stalks get huge. It's like celery almost, like they get massive stalks. Look at the size of that stalk. Isn't that crazy? See how big it's getting? Like it just gets so large, it's just not flowering. So I'm not going to keep it. This tent is meant for food. I just wanted to experiment. And if I were to grow flowers, I'd probably do it in the buckets. Just because, if it's cut flowers, you want the stems to be, for lack of a better term, like pecked. You want them to be straight. And it's when they're in the tower, because they don't have trellis support, they kind of like curve and grow a weird way. And so when you're putting them in a vase, it just doesn't work. So yeah, we're doing this in preparation for We're gonna take all the good stuff, the parsley, get it in the clean green tower, and then from there we will prepare for the strawberry tower. Cutting down this zinnia plant. Well, this one is definitely not as big. Looks kind of stunted, but cute little flowers. Strawberry tower, yeah man. It's gonna be so awesome, you guys. I can't. Alright, so I'm going to keep that Soja plant because she just looks so pretty. But I am going to give her a root rinse and put her somewhere else. Find a nice bucket for her and get her cleaned up. So yeah, now we've got much less to worry about in terms of water. Because yeah, all my systems are low. My green tower is out of water right now. It's wilted, so I got to get some water in her. I have water in my humidifier. If I can find a way to get it out, not the dehumidifier, but the humidifier, just filled it up a while back when I actually needed it, and shortly after I no longer needed it. So it's full of distilled water. Oh yeah. I love that pun, Reef Commander. Reef Commander says, I planted my tomatoes too late this year. Now they're playing catch up. Yeah, that is experiencing with my outdoor dahlia flowers. They are just starting to bloom now. And it's interesting because the one that's in the buckets was planted way after the outside or the outdoor ones. And it's already blooming at the same rate that the others. It's crazy. Yes, pumpkins are on the list for sure. I want to try that. Definitely. I do have some seeds, so with that, you guys. All right, so yeah, I guess that's it for today. What else can I do? So yeah, tomorrow, Green Tower, come one, come all. If you are interested in seeing the process, that's going to be tomorrow. Tonight I'm going to work on harvesting everything and eating it. And tomorrow we will officially take down the Green Tower, prepare for the next run. At some point this week we're going to get all our seeds started, and then we're rocking and rolling. Within a couple of weeks we'll have a tower fully operating again. So I look forward to it and to having you guys follow along. So on that note, would you like pumpkin seeds added to the list? I might have some pumpkin seeds, but if I don't, I'll let you know, Les. Good afternoon, Bowtie Life. Thank you so much for joining. Happy Monday to you. Happy Labor Day. Wickershire says, Nat, your grow 2,500 pounds of Atlantic giant pumpkin. I thought that was going to say Atlantic salmon. No, I'm just kidding. We'll call you the air goddess. I mean, that would be pretty cool if I could beat like a record for the largest pumpkin or something aeroponically. And I'll grow it right to the orange tower just so it's fitting. Thank you so much, Doyle. You as well. Appreciate you. Appreciate all of you guys. Oh, it's a variety. All right. Atlantic giant seeds. Cool, cool, cool. So yeah, Les, maybe add that to the list. All right, guys. So I enjoyed today with you guys. We checked out our strawberry plant, harvested our first strawberries. Now, even though they weren't what we expected, it's just an opportunity for learning and for improvement. So if you guys are more interested in learning about the strawberries, follow along, because we're going to fill this yellow tower with only strawberry plants, and we are going to work our way toward the best product possible. So on that note, thank you guys so much. Hey, thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate you. You guys all rock. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much, Ernie. You too. Thank you, Les. Thank you, Wickershire. Thank you, Silence. Thank you, Bowtie. Bowtie Life says, I'm doing a strawberry video right now for the exact same purpose. I will be sure to tune into that video. So thank you so much for saying that. I'm looking for any and all information and resources. But thanks to all of you that joined. We got so many people. I don't want to miss anybody. We got Death, ProPyro, Reef Commander, Lim, Ray, Les, Wickershot, Bowtie, Bernie, Xylens, Doyle. I mean, I'm probably missing people. I feel so bad. But anyways, you guys are all awesome. Thank you so much. I wish you a wonderful rest of your weekend. And take it all in, guys, because September's here. And speaking of pumpkins, Halloween's right around the corner. So, all right, guys. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow. The tower takedown. Again, if you want to see the green tower getting taken down, please join 12 p.m. Eastern time. I will be taking it all apart, and then Wednesday we will be putting it all back and then prepping for the next run. Thank you so much, Bowtie Life. You as well. All keep smiling, and I'm sending you guys all a ton of positivity. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful day.